Hi, my name is Rohini Srivathsa. I am the National Technology Officer for Microsoft India. It's a privilege to speak with all of you, and I'd like to share a few learnings I've had in my career journey. Today, of course, at Microsoft, I lead many of our AI related initiatives for India at the customers, partner, and government level. But I have to go back to my career early days that I began at AT&T Bell Labs working in data science. I had the privilege of working on problems at that time in semiconductor design using large data sets that I used for device modeling. Had a chance to work with the likes of John Chambers, who created the language S, which became R. And in that process, I had the opportunity to think about data science as a field and what does it take to be a good data scientist. The question I would ask is, what is data science first? I think it includes all the techniques that are required to make scientifically valid inferences and predictions from data, and the ability to communicate those effectively. Given that perspective of data science, I would put out 4 key messages for you to consider. First, think about the problem. Einstein has a famous quote saying that if I had an hour to solve a problem, I'd spend 55 minutes thinking about the problem and 5 minutes thinking about the solution. I think we often jump to solutions or answers, and I would urge you to spend more time thinking about what is the problem you are trying to solve and go to the layers underneath as to the root cause of what you're looking to solve. I think that will help in what you finally come up with. The second element I would ask you to consider is something the folks who worked in data science early on, I would say before we had a lot of compute horsepower, I think this is about learning from the data. It is, in my mind, very important to visualize the data in different ways and letting the data drive your thinking. Of course, you will need to do hypothesis-led analysis and different methods of visualizing. But looking at the data to drive your thinking is extremely important. So that would be my second learning that I may want to ask you to consider. The third is about collaborating with domain experts. At the end, you are looking to solve a scientific exploration using data or any other kind of inquiry. And data is what is helping you drive the thinking forward. But working with domain experts helps you think about valid hypotheses or current thinking that you need to incorporate in how you are looking at the data. But the caution there would be that even as you collaborate with the domain experts, understand that their knowledge is based on past understanding of that domain. And if you are seeking to create any new knowledge from the data that you're looking at, you have to be willing to challenge assumptions. You have to be willing to look at the outliers and question what is that data telling you. So it is a healthy tension between domain experts and what a data scientist brings to the table in order to create any new understanding or knowledge. And finally, communication. In the end, all of the analysis and inference and predictions that you may do as a data scientist need to be applied to solve a problem or unearth an opportunity. Therefore, your ability to communicate the results effectively and honestly to a variety of audiences, particularly those who need to act on these results, is critical. You may learn to use visualization or any other interactive interfaces and techniques to help you in your communication. But I think it is very important that you are able to communicate the results and the assumptions and the boundary conditions under which your results hold. All of those need to be communicated in a clear and consistent, effective manner. So the 4 messages, just to reiterate. 1, think about the problem. Spend time thinking about the problem. 2nd, allow the data to lead your thinking. Learn from the data. Use hypotheses, but let the data challenge your hypotheses. 3, collaborate with domain experts because that helps you understand what you're looking at, what you're trying to solve, but challenge the assumptions. And finally, the ability to communicate your results effectively, consistently, and honestly is going to be key as you move forward in your journey in data science. Thank you for listening and wish you the very best.